Hello, everyone. Welcome you all to Recycling Trends. In this episode today, I'm really very pleased and honored to have Professor R. Vasudevan, the legendary figure in plastics waste management, and people call him Plastic Man of India. And also, he is well known about the plastic roads and also various issues about the plastic recycling, and also plastic waste management. So today we're having a conversation with Professor R. Vasudevan. I can talk about so many things in the beginning itself as introduction, but actually I want to learn from him more about him and his journey. And he also an awardee of the Padma Shri, is one of the prestigious award in India. So it's a pleasure to have Professor Vasudevan to be part of the recycling trends. And this session is aimed for the younger people to learn from the people like Professor Vasudevan. That's an ultimate object of this program. So thank you, sir, for accepting the invitation, Professor Vasudevan.
It's a pleasure for me to be with Papa Karrao, and if anything useful that I can do, I always be happy to share. Thank you.
So you can call me Peram. My people call me Peram. Please go with the Peram. Yeah.
Peram.
That's correct, sir. Okay, so that you know. Yeah.
Well,
So
how is Peram is your native place, or what is the family name?
it's a family name, yeah. You know, so you know that there are so many Raos and so many Khas, so but the people call me Peram, so let's go with my name as a Peram. Yeah,
Wonderful.
I'm really happy, sir, today. You know, I've heard so much about you, and it's a pleasure to have you in this program. And a special thanks to Dr. Samir Joshi, you know, who is the one connecting us, both of you. You know, appreciate the Professor Dr. Samir Joshi being, you know, supporting this conversation together with you today.
Samir Joshi is the role model for me.
Oh, fantastic!
A man who whenever I get any doubt, I call him, and he's the immediately he responds and takes us to a better place. Great person.
Yes. Yes. And actually, with through the Dr. Samir Joshi, you know, I have interviewed or had a conversation with three startup companies who are working on the plastics waste. You know, young people, and it sees that how much is happening in the plastics waste management. Definitely, Dr. Samir Joshi is doing a very good job for India, and also the encouraging the younger people to be involved. You know? So
exactly.
Professor Vasudevan, sir, I'll go with a little bit soft one first, you know, before going into plastics, you know, in details much later. How old are you, sir?
78 completed.
Ooh, and you're still working.
That's God's place. You know, He is there and He takes me to that place.
Fantastic. You know, I really wish that everybody follows your footsteps and you know, keep the energy levels to that level, and then you're still doing great job. Appreciate that.
Okay. The blessings, and let us pray.
Yeah. I want to go with your education. You know, you did a PhD in chemistry, and I know you worked in the Polytechnic College. You know, usually the PhDs at that time, PhD people are not, the politics is not the destination. They always look at probably you know, IITs or universities or something like that. Why you start working in
that is the beauty of college? That is a beauty. I'll put it that way only. I'm a student of chemistry. Though my family was full of lawyers, I specifically turned my attention towards chemistry, and I want to complete my education up to doctorate level, for which my father was very cooperative. And after finishing, I want to have a lecture position, teaching portion only. I was working and I was doing my PhD in Christian College, Tambaram, but I couldn't get the job there. But it is a polytechnic which offered me a job. As you rightly said, people have said, why you haven't gone to PhD level? You have gone to polytechnic. What is this? Was there? I said it's all God's blessing. Anything is God's blessing. You know, it's prasad buddhi is there. But it is a golden period, I can say, between 72 to 75 I was in polytechnic. There only I became a chemical engineer, from chemistry to chemical engineer, because it is where I try to understand the application of chemistry to the day-to-day life. And that motivation actually is still today with me. So the Polytechnic has built so much of inroad in me that today I'm here. It is all because of the foundation laid at the Polytechnic. Fortunately, I moved from Polytechnic to theoretical engineering because that is a normal process now. And God has landed me in a wonderful institution called theoretical engineering, where everything is available. The management is very, very positive, spiritually oriented, and wonderful institution where everything is available. So I was doing a lot of consultancy work for very many countries, actually very many industries and around. And that was going on because in engineering college the chemistry teacher may not have much of influence but I therefore I by God's grace I diverted myself to the industry and lot of interaction. Today I am doing consultancy for more than 100 companies. I do consultancy. So it is there I got motivated. And once you get motivated, we must do something different. The fascination to do something different is there. So motivating the younger, especially the first year students, is very, very important. And many smaller innovations came across. And in fact, in my professor interview, my chairman was asking how many papers is published. I said I have not published papers. I'm being a consultant for many companies. He just asked one such an example for that. I told him. He appreciated and he requested all the staff members to follow the footstep the same way. That's how the consultancy industry is. That too, when they have a problem and we have to find a solution almost instantaneously, so our knowledge should be applied immediately. It was a very, very interesting life like that. And that from that slowly it came to this way. And in 2001, actually, the people are planning to ban plastic. And Tamil Nadu, more than 7,000 industries were there. 1 lakh people are working with that. So they will be out of job if the ban is taking place. I thought we must do something in this direction. And it is the starting point for me. And in fact, one doctor in a TV, he was telling something different. Don't use plastic. If you put plastic in water, it pollutes water. It dissolves and pollutes water. See what a nonsense! I put it that way. Plastic dissolves in water and giving water. So that made me to work something different. Why we have to try find out something different, and that was the starting point. And in the process of my travel, I had a great opportunity of interacting with late President APJ Abdul Kalam, who actually motivated me in this work. And then our ex-Chief Minister Jayalalitha and our President, Prime Minister Modi, who said, "I know ASEAN, please proceed." Like that. By God's grace, I had great chance of meeting these people also, and thereby the growth is going on.
Before we go into more details about that journey, I wanted to get to know more about your college. I think the college become famous as well. I think your contribution made a difference as well.
Definitely. Before
Tyagaraja College of Engineering, it is based in Madurai in India, right?
Yes.
And
It is
what kind of programs they offer?
It is 67 years old college. In fact, I will just put how it started. Our Tyagaraja Chettiar, a great industrialist, a textile industry magnate. Actually, he was traveling in the car, and when there was a toll gate is there, and he has to get down from the car because the train has to go across. The moment he got down, he looked back south, and he noted there is no engineering college in the south. We must do something. 1 minute stop and 1 second thought, and that has developed a very great institution called Tyagaraja College of Engineering. Here, no capitation fee, only merit is there. Everybody admitted on the basis of merit, no recommendation, nothing like that. Till today, no capitation fee. The only college which is never have any capitation fee. We have all the branches here and all PG centers, center for research, many interaction with the many countries are going on. It's one of a wonderful institution in the south, definitely. And I am proud to be a staff of this great college. That's I will put it that way. That's why, therefore, in many respects, because of them only I am here today. Definitely.
And how many years? How many years within your college now so far? I think you plan to. You're supposed to retire in 2003, and then
I joined here in 1945, 1975. Joined. I joined in 1975. So for nearly 48
almost
years.
48 years. 48 years.
Yes.
Probably all your students are almost ready to have a grandchildren as well now.
Yes, they are studying under me also. Some of the grandchildren are studying in the same college also. In fact, I put it the other way. When I got Padma Shri, the maximum number of congratulations would have earned only I myself, because all my students all over the world, they congratulate me. Nobody will have so much of students to congratulate, So that was a great occasion. All students all over the world said, "Sir, my professor has got, my professor has got." That is a great opportunity. Feel happy about God's grace. It is all by God's grace. In fact, my guru, Srimad Andavan, he is my spiritual guru. When I was awarded Tech Icon Award by Swas Bharat, by our Honorable Prime Minister, I went to my guru and then showed the letters. I am going to be awarded this Tech Icon. My guru said, this is on 2015. My guru said, you are going to get Padma Shri. It is 2015, he said. 2018, I got it. Therefore, the blessings of great Guru, the blessings of Lord has made me to stand before you and to talk with you, Prem.
Yes, it's a pleasure, and you are a really role model for many young and even the old people as well. Professors, academic community, scientists, all the civilian community as well. It's a really pleasure to have you in this session and learn more about you. I know Madurai is one of the industrialized city as well, right? A lot of industries also there.
Not that much. Coimbatore is industry. Madurai is a beautiful city.
Okay.
It's a glorified village where you have great occasions of cultural meet, like Meenakshi marriage, and Harakar is the entry of the city. Very recently, about 20 days celebrations going on. Lakhs and lakhs of people are here and celebrating. Mixing with them is something wonderful. No, I will say no industry. This type of village or city you cannot see anywhere in the world. Madurai is great in that. It's one of the oldest city. They say the history is beyond 3,000 years, but till today I enjoy the city because there is no industrialization. That is because I am going to tell about that. Industrialization is a curse. I will put in. I'm going the conversation. I'm going to say that it's a curse for us. But for India, Madurai is not like that. It is for the blessings of Meenakshi and Aragar. We are having a wonderful city, very good people, and culturally they are very strong. The Western influence and other influence has not been made much entry into that city. Great city, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I think the Meenakshi at world famous. Everybody who visits Madurai, they must spend a sufficient time at the Meenakshi temple, right? Yeah.
So, yes. They come to see Meenakshi. That's why they come to Madurai also. Put it that way.
Right. Yes, of course, yes.
And it's a center now. Madurai is a beautiful center to go very many places like Rameswaram, Tirupulani, Sedukarai, like that, many Kodaikanal, all this you can. It's a wonderful center, for transportation center, Madurai. Very wonderful place.
Yes, so that is in my bucket list of doing things before I get energy, I lose energy. Okay, so yeah.
So
let's talk about.
I invite Prem to visit Madurai and to enjoy this once again. Please come.
Yes, that is in my wish list also to do things in my diary. Yeah. So let's talk about the plastic. You talked
Please.
about ban plastics. That's why it motivated you to work on this. So can you talk about you were talking about sometime in 2001 that when you started it, that the research work. Okay, so how was in the first few years finding a solution? What was the journey at that time for you?
In fact, see, somehow or other, when I joined this theoretical engineering in 1975, the subject given for me to teach was polymer chemistry. So the plastic has got it traveled with me from 1975, and I always contribute more importance to this. Mm, my father's great work. My father did a handwork on this Tirupati Venkatajalapati using only waste plastic. He designed everything, all his ornaments, everything using waste plastic, and it took about 3 years for him to work. And that is the one which I am having at my puja room. He worked with the waste plastic on the god. Today, God has made me to work waste plastic on the road. So therefore, it's a continuation for which there is no reason we can't explain any reason, but it's going on. But as you was familiar with the plastic, as we came across the problems of plastic, why not we, and being an engineering college, why not we find a solution for this? And a wonderful occasion takes place. In fact, in 2001, I just started about this thought. And the first thought is, it's a large material to find out, we must find out some solution where there can be large application also. So therefore, I thought plastic is a byproduct of petroleum. So your bitumen is also a byproduct of petroleum. Both belong to the same family. So if you mix these two, there will be compatibility should be there. Therefore, I thought by mixing plastic with bitumen, the bitumen property will be improved. And bitumen is the one which is used a large quantity for the whole of the world for laying the road. So consumption is very effective. So I just started this idea, and I just made a small model. And when sincerity in the work, the faith in God takes you beyond limitation. That is my watchword. The moment I prepared this, I had a great chance of meeting our late President Abdul Kalam, and he came and saw, sir, what is it, Vasudevan? He said, I said, I missed plastic, the bitumen, and the bitumen quality is modified. It is able to improve the binding of the road. Vasudevan is a wonderful work. This is going to take to a very great height. You are going to be awarded definitely. He said it in 2002. Today, that it become true. You are visionaries, they have that variety. So, very great encouragement came from him. And I thought, why not we do this work? And I started this work. And I'm able to mix about 3 to 4% of the plastic with the bitumen. And the bitumen property was improving in its quality. But I'm not able to mix more than 3 or 4%. Number one. Number two, when you go for large scaling, actually laying the road, that is a beautiful story actually. When our ex-president came second time to the college, he called my chairman. Vasudevan work has to be taken, encouraged. Please allow him to lay a road in college itself, because public will not allow. So I started planning to lay the road at our college. I met the road contractor who was very famous in Madurai, and he was already laying a road at my college. I told him I'm doing plastic tar road. He said, no, it is not possible. I have seen in China, I have seen Japan, this is not possible. Then I took him to my lab and showed him, this is what I have done. This is the property. This is how to change. After seeing that, the contractor changed his mind. Yes, Vasudevan, I will join you. That's a great, these are a small point, And we started laying road at the college, where what I did was, road laying is nothing but take the stone, heat it to 170°, heat the bitumen to 160°, mix it, and then lay the road. That's all, very simple. Now, the bitumen 160, I must add plastic and then stir it. For large scale, for 100 kg of bitumen and adding about 20 kg of plastic, Tarring was impossible. It was not possible. So I tried, and I was not successful. People are all in school, college students and staff are all looking around me. What is going on here? There are some encouragement, there are more discouragement. No, these are not possible. All those things are there. You know, the greatest thing that happened here is my attender, one Mr. Gangadharan, sir, he came to me, sir, may I help you? What you are good? So I will go to the lab and then come back, sir. He went to the lab, brought 2 beakers, glass beakers. One beaker, he went to the top of the bitumen, molten plastic, he took it. The top layer of the bitumen was molten plastic. He took it, and then he opened the bitumen, and another beaker took the bitumen. Both put in the bucket and started with the wood, and then gave it to me, sir. This is available. That was the first mixture which we used to lay the road in 2002. Even today, you can see the road, beautiful wall. But the concept is how to mix it, the problem. There again, I got, well, with this technology, we cannot have a sustained level. Therefore, we must make some modification. What modification? Instead of mixing the plastic with the bitumen, what I did is I coated plastic over the stone. I coated plastic over the stone. Plastic coating, oily layer will take place. And over that, bitumen was added, and the mixing was become very good. Do you want to see the sample, or can I show the sample?
Yeah, you can, please. Yes, yeah.
Priya, lab lens sample. I will get the samples and then show it to you also.
Sure.
So this is very simple technique. So coating the plastic over the stone, I am able to coat about 15 to 16%. Here only 3%. So that much amount of usage of plastic was there. Add bitumen. 30 seconds only took for coating. The whole process becomes very simple, and the road becomes very successful. So that's how the whole, then certain modifications taking place in the course of further discussion. We'll talk about more about that also. Very simple, that's all. Take the stone, heat it to 170 degrees, add the shredded plastic. See the shredded plastic. This is the shredded plastic. See, everybody see? This shredded plastic. This is the films. This is the films with the thickness of maximum 100 micron, shredded to 2 mm to 4 mm. And you take, see, this, so, and you just spray over the stone, and the moment it touches the stone, it melts and coats. Then add the bitumen. The whole process will be very, very simple. And here I use all types of plastic, the monofilm or multi-layer film, nothing, chocolate, kurkure, in terms of materials, I can say, all those things can be used in the process. Very simple technique, very successful. This is one, the plastic coated, everybody see, plastic coated bitumen. See how hard it is. And glossiness. The glossiness which you see is more because of the plastic coating. So this road has got life of 15 years.
Without any damage.
Without any damage. See, this is the raw material stone. This is a plastic coated material. And this is a bitumen coated material. So this road comes for 15 years, no pothole and no crack, because the binding between the stone and the bitumen is plastic. In a normal road, water penetrates between the stone and the bitumen, and the peels of the bitumen, pothole is formed. The bitumen is now held strongly by the bitumen, by the plastic, and plastic will not allow the water to pass through. Therefore, no pothole formation. We have laid since 2002. We are laying the road. Roads are wonderful, and there is no problem. That is the problem. There is no problem is the problem, because our people who are laying, the contractors and ministers, they say your road comes for 15 years. That is not possible. We want to have roads for 2 years only. So that is the problem.
Actually, that is what I want. That's what I want to talk about today. Is that probably in India, every state the government change every 5 years. One of the things they talk about is, we make a new roads. I'm from village. I was telling you, And I always see the roads, you have potholes, and they keep on changing it once in 2 years or 3 years and making it, when the road is with mixing with the plastics, waste plastics, and it can stay there for, you're talking about 15 plus years without any potholes. You save a public money, and you can utilize that money for some other infrastructure or building bridges or something. Not doing this, of course, the contractor not just only look at them making the roads again and again and again, but they can build something else.
I can put in only one word: they have not studied Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, they don't have all this idea at all. They are so selfish. All those people, they are not, see, they try to avoid this technology. So I saying not available, not possible like that. But really the process is, we are successful. In Kerala, they are doing wonderfully well. There, the Kerala Clean Corporation is there. Government and private sector, they join together. Every year they lay more than 1,500 kilometers road, collecting the waste from the villages. Village roads are taken care of. Many states, there are already more than 11, 12 states in India, they are implementing this technology. And your rural development group, they are doing this for 10 to 15% of the road every year should be laid on plastic road. And our finance minister has given 80,000 crores to lay plastic road. And our prime minister also said highways will be laid in plastic road. So the environment is better. The man involved is more important. No? See, to mention a story here, Meghalaya, they were laying plastic road. In Meghalaya, they were laying plastic road. And I am from Madurai, I am guiding. I have not gone there, and I was just giving. And they were laying a road at night 11 o'clock. And they asked me, sir, please help me. All right, I will guide you from here. Fortunately, the man operating the machine was a Tamilian. So I could talk to him very freely, and I told him the whole technique, and he laid so beautifully. It was so good. The officer or the CEO of the place immediately communicated to Prime Minister's office. I was invited to Prime Minister's office immediately. So it is all the person involved individually. That one labor made me to get the Prophecy Award. I will put it that way. That is a mind, no. It is not the qualification. It is the passionation. As you rightly said, India should be great. People should be happy. We must try to help the people. See, what we are here only for that. Karmanyavadhikarasya mapadeshu kadasanaha. Ighatat karmano anyat logoyam karmabandhanaha. Tatattam karma kaunde mukta sanka samacharaha. We are here to help others only. Then only we will be helped by him. So that when that idea is not there, we have all the problem. Otherwise, technology has been taken. More than 2 lakhs kilometers have been laid in India from different states. Yes, definitely. And India has got about 65 lakhs kilometers road, of which about 30 lakhs rural road. For 65 lakhs, I need nearly 500 lakhs tons of waste plastic. 500 lakhs tons of waste plastic. India has got only 30 lakhs. What I need 500
so we may
lakhs?
Need to import.
Yes. What do I need for 500 for only road? We have developed many other products I will show in subsequently. So therefore, plastic is not the problem. Therefore, I say plastic is a God's gift. Not to ban, but to plan. My slogans are like that. Plastic is God's gift. Not to ban, but to plan. Because industries, see, up to World War, people are living very happily. Culture, the old culture was so safeguarding. There was no global warming, nothing like that was there. Once the world was over, industry developed. They say revolution, renaissance, whatever may be. What has happened because of industry? Global warming, environmental pollution, air pollution, and then deforestation, land grabbing, and all villages been deserted. And you have urban population, multi-story building, requirement of wood, madam. So plastic came as a rescue. Because of that, the yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhyuktanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham paritrana sadhuna vinasya dushkritam dharma samsthapanat sambhavam yuge. God came as plastic and expressed and established dharma by substituting all this material plastic. Wood is substituted plastic, metal is substituted plastic, glass is substituted plastic, article is substituted plastic, paint is substituted plastic. So it has helped to safeguard the environment to a very great extent. Therefore, why do you are against plastic? I don't know. A friend in need is a friend indeed. I say plastic is a great friend. It's the poor man's need. If you go to the poor man's hut, he has only plastic bucket, plastic mug, plastic utensil, plastic mat, plastic chair. This is where he live. How can you say plastic is to be banned? No, nothing. So, and if you go to sophistication, your TV is plastic, your cell is plastic, your pen is plastic. Why? Therefore, so unless he understands nothing,
you can't see the life without a plastic. You know, you can't live without a plastic.
Therefore, there is nothing is waste in the world. I say God never creates waste. It is only you don't understand the importance and potential of the waste material. So once you understand, become great. Now I say plastic is a beautiful binder. So why do you talk about plastic is not biodegradable? Let it not. There are many materials in the world which are not biodegradable. For example, stone. The stone never decomposes, but you are using for construction. Gold is not biodegradable. You are using for an ornament. Similarly, plastic is not decompatible. Let it be. God has fixed a date for it. For everything, the expiry date has been fixed with God, not by us. So the plastic waste is a wonderful binder. We can use it for construction of so many materials, and therefore let us use it that way and use it effectively to make the life better.
Yeah, I think that you're right. You mentioned that plastics is not the problem. Littering is the problem.
Wonderful.
People are the problem.
Wonderful. Yeah, God created everything good. God created only one waste, that is human being.
Well said. Attitude, behavior, that is a problem.
Correct. The human being, he is human being. Human means lovable being. This fellow never shows it. So he is so selfish. He wants everything. Man creates for the need, not for the greed. This fellow is a greedy fellow, and everything he wants to only improve himself. His standard of living, not even standard of life. He never bothered about standard of life. His standard of living improves. That creates a problem to the world around. The animals are moving from the forest out. The birds are becoming extinct, and the plants are not available. So it's all because of one person. There are 84 lakhs living beings in the world. 84 lakhs living. Our Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavatam says 84 lakhs living beings are there. Only one human being. This one fellow creates all the problems. But in Bhagavad Gita,
one fellow is complicated. Yeah, he's the most complicated species.
But Bhagavad Gita says, Sagayagya Prata Sushta Puro Vacha Prajapatihi Anena Prasavishitam Yeshuvo Ishtagamuduko Devan Bhave De Devo Bhavayantaha Parasparam Bhavayantaha Sekha Prasa Parasparam. You must try to coordinate, cooperate, live together, trying to learn to live together. Then only you can live happily. This is a way of living. Gita space, Lord Krishna space. This fellow never bothers about all those things.
Yeah, I think everybody must read. No, it's I can go on. It's really good. Actually, this is a message that enlightening the young people to understand. Very much needed. We are living in totally in a different world now. When you're talking about all the Bhagavad slokas, I wish that everybody should read that Bhagavad Gita once in their lifetime to understand the way of living. And this is very, very important.
No, today we are talking about circular economy. What do you mean circular economy? Everybody's fancy word now becomes circular economy. Bhagavad Gita beautiful says, Annat bhavanti bhudane bharjanyat anna sambhaha. Yajnat bhavanti bharjanno samudbhaha. That is a beautiful cycle, he says. Man has to work sincerely. If you work sincerely, rain will be there. The rain is there, there is the food. The food is there, you can live happily, everybody will live. So you must work. Therefore, this beautiful cycle maintained. You disturb the cycle and create all the problem and call it circular economy. What do you mean by that?
Okay, yeah, we can talk on these issues in a longer discussion. Let's get into the plastic roads. In the beginning, how did you get? I think the Tamil Nadu government played a good role in promoting this one, right?
Yes.
Can you talk about the interaction with the government officials and maybe the government think late Mrs. Jayalalitha also. This will be lesson for, and also the learnings for other states from other parts of India, not only India, outside India. What is the role of the government at that time to engage you to go into the plastic roads? Yeah.
Very simple, very simple. Of course, it's not God plan. I will put it that way. Well, first thing is God plan, because the moment I had a chance of meeting our ex-president, the press people become active. They took photo,
Yes.
they put everything, and articles came in Anand Vigadan, article came in Hindu. So throughout the world, this whole thing came. When this came to others, here's the man who is using plastic. The plastic industry in Tamil Nadu, especially Madurai and other places, they came to me, they flocked to me here. Sir, we are here to help you, because our problem you are solving. Please help us. We are ready. Any help you want, we do. So they came and helped us. They were every day. You can see hundreds of people with me, and because of their friendship with various places, they could find out some places for laying plastic road. Their friend may be a MLA, their friend may be a municipal corporation. Therefore, using them, we laid small roads here and there. We started the laying road in Tirunelveli and Koilpeti in 2002, and the collector was there. We laid the road. Even today, the road is on 2002. I laid the road. Even today, recently I had been to that street and was just walking on the road, and then I was meeting some other people. I asked them, do you remember this road? Do you know? So they said, we know about you, sir. You only came and laid this road. Wonderful road, sir. From your since that day, we are separating plastic. We are keeping double bin system. That is a beautiful aspect. Therefore, the plastic industry people came and helped us. We laid the road, and laying the road, and slowly the message reached our ex-chief minister Jayalalitha through the chief secretary. I don't remember her name. She's a wonderful lady. She's very, very. I will try if I remember get the name. And she immediately contacted me, and Chief Minister wants to talk to you. And it's a great occasion. And initially I was some hesitant to go, because the same day my son was returning from America. Therefore, I want to receive him. But how to see the Prime Minister, Chief Minister? But the plastic company manufacturer there said, sir, we will receive your son. You go and meet our chief minister. I went now at Namakkal. I met her. A great occasion. She landed from the air helicopter, straight came to me. I just explained. She just 4 minutes or 5 minutes explained. Immediately she said, Vasudevan, the great art. I will try to implement immediately. She went to the stage and said, 1,000 kilometers road will be laid immediately. I even thought it's a political gimmick. But next 2 days, I could see all the chief engineers of different districts had a letter in their hand. Amma has asked to lay the road. Amma has laid. Every district we laid 30 to 40 kilometers throughout Tamil Nadu. That's how it started. When this comes, automatically the rural development department came into operation. They also came into this section. Slowly it goes. In the meantime, the pollution control board, they were working on the plastic waste. They came to know about this. So from Delhi, I got information. So we would like to know more about it. The pollution control board came and interacted with me, and I just sent my report. Then they invited me there to give a talk to the engineers. They had some problem. Then I explained all them. And I said I need a lot of money, because I started with scratch. I didn't have even a single point when I started the work. But no money was there, no instrument was there, nothing was there. Only good heart and God's blessings are there. I could get some obsolete instrument from the civil department, and some money here and there. I just put it. And I told them, they gave first about 15 lakhs. They gave the 50,000 rupees actually, pollution control board. Then 15 lakhs. We started the work, starting work. Then DSC, the Department of Science and Technology, those people came and saw, and they have given me, and first they gave a grant of 45 lakh for 3 years. I completed the work and submitted the report. They said, no, we are giving another 45 lakhs. They gave it to me, and then said when the second project was over, I said this is sufficient. No, nothing is sufficient. We are giving one more. Wonderful. That's the encouragement we got. Sorry, my chairman used to say, this man worked only after retirement. My college chairman used to say, this man has worked research only after the retirement, because the project came only like that. So every 9 years it was there. So DST grant came. On one side, grant came. Other side, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and the Rural Department. This slowly, and the press people slowly took me to different level. And slowly I got the other awards and other things. That's the story goes like that. I hope I answered the
I think the
question.
publicity, the publicity, yes, publicity made a big difference because the message come across to the different, all the media, whether a newspaper or reporters. I think, what you are trying to do is not something, the solution is real, the problem is real, the solution is appropriate, the solution is within the hands, within the distance that you can really utilize it. A lot of people talk about great things, but I always believe in appropriate solutions, appropriate technologies. Okay,
exactly.
And that when you're addressing the real problems, whether the ex-chief minister, whether it is a political tool or not, but she addressed the real problem.
Correct.
And many you're talking about 10,000s of kilometers of road being changed into the plastic roads. It's a motivation. And also you're talking about that DS, the Department of Science, and you have public works, industries, because the industry sees that, hey, this guy is solving our problem, everybody wants to ban. But so it's I feel, what I understand is from your experience is
beautiful. On one side industry, one side government, one side is the granting authority. It is really good in that respect. In fact, our late Chief Minister Jayalalitha, she announced in their election manifesto, if I have been elected again, I will make Tamil Nadu only with plastic road. Unfortunately, she was not selected. But that was this encouragement from this side. But still, God is there to take us to the right place. People, because I always compare Mahabharata. There are 100 the Kauravas and 5 Pandavas, but Krishna was with the Pandava only. Therefore, Krishna will always take us to the right place, and he will also show us what to be done, what is not to be done. I have faith. I stay in my place. I never go in such a everybody. Today, I'm very fortunate to talk with Prem. Like that, many people come and talk to me and has taken me. Even I know regarding my Padma Shri Award, January 25th evening 5:45 only, when somebody called from Delhi, they called me. Are you Vasudevan? They asked, yes, I'm Vasudevan. Are you Plastic Man of India? I don't know. People used to call me, and it was another man came in the line. He said, "You have you laid plastic road? Yes, sir. Plastic tar road we have laid. So are you called Plastic Man of India? Again, people call me like that. Then came a third call. Said, I am the Chief Secretary, Home Department. You have been awarded Padma Award. Oh, how about you? It's God's blessing. Thank you very much, sir. Finished. This is how I know about it. But our work is there, the laboratory. Let us work. Let us work. Let us be sincere in our work. Therefore, I say, I don't say innovation. I say innovation. This is a word which I say. Innovation, everybody. Innovation, Indian way of innovation is called innovation. Therefore, I say, similarly, I say worship. WORSHIP, worship. I always say workship is worship. Yes, WORKSHIP is worship. And that K is represent Karma Yoga.
Okay.
You get yourself involved. Things that itself worship. So worship is involving work sincerely for the benefit of others. That is what we need to do. That is what God is working always for us, for the benefit of others. Give small work for us. Let us work. I was offered $300 million by states. When I got the work, the states offered me, one of the contracted states offered me $300 million. Will give you, transfer the patent to me. I went to my guru. Said, this is the offer. Is it? Guru said, this is God's given gift to the public, not to you. You give it to the country free. Don't bother about the money. I immediately dedicated the patent. It's dedicated to the country only. So till today, the whole technology freely is available only. So if at all God, it is a service God given to me to serve the people. What else you need? See, money can come go, but this type of sacrifice, that is satisfaction, you can't get it.
Yeah, and I think now I feel that the work you are doing is not for the career progress. You are destined to do this job. Your father involved, okay, waste plastics, and after you almost retire, and you actually become a different man, plastic man of India after almost after retirement. You still engage, so it's you are destined to do this job, and for the benefit of the India, particularly the
In addition to that, we have developed, this is called plastone.
Yeah,
plastic.
That I want to ask about, what else you are doing with other, do you produce any other products?
This is what is called plastone. This is made up of waste granite stone and plastic, nothing else. Waste plastic and waste granite stone. No bitumen, no sand, no cement, no water, only waste plastic and the granite. It can be granite, it can be ceramic material, it can be concrete based, any solid materials I can do. I can make a material, it's called plastone. We have a patent for this also. Using this, we have a. Are you able to see?
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Styles.
This is the tail, and using this, we can construct toilets. We can construct wall room. We can have even a house. We can construct anything which you want. And see here.
Bricks. Okay. Yeah, bricks. Yeah.
Fire blocks. We can use it throughout anywhere in the world. This can be used, and this use 30% by weight plastic, and plastone this. And to use this and to you in India, I need another 100 lakh tons of plastic.
Plastic. Yeah.
This is 500. This 100, not 100, 1,000 lakh tons. I need 1,000 lakh tons, 500 lakh tons, 1,500 tons of plastic, waste plastic. India has got only 30 lakhs. Remember that.
We need import.
Yes. So therefore, and like that, I have developed hollow bracks. I've got varieties of products. Whatever you need, tell me. By God's grace, we are developing products like that. Everything only.
And is it commercialized now? Are you commercializing these ones?
Yes, I am trying to commercialize. Actually, great companies from Reliance and Venkat Group came to me. We are discussing, but my small request to my management, because all my patent, I have a patent for the road, I have a patent for the plastone, I have a patent for another one. All the patent I have given to my college name only, and nothing I have on my name. And this is because the college is responsible for my growth. I given, and I requested them, this should be given, manufacturing should be given to a smaller group of people. Thereby, more people will be involved, more people will be benefited. We give one person like Reliance or somebody, probably they may be successful, but the money distribution may not be there. I am making a request. I'm trying to find out. Even I have talked to Samir Joshi about that. We need to have people who can manufacture this. Small investment is sufficient. They can have, or every district I can have one member. I will put it that way. That's why we can do that way. That way it is very, very useful. And this strength is 10 times stronger than concrete. This one, almost the concrete of the same quality weighs 5.5 kilo. This is only 3.5 kilo. And this is 10 times stronger than concrete. Bullet will not pierce. Earthquake can withstand. Therefore, people are interested to have. North India, they want to have a house constructed or use this to withstand all these effects. And for the plastone is going on.
We are talking about your vision on the not giving the big company, big organizations to utilize this technology, but you are wanted to distribute the economic development and also economic development across the various districts, where smaller villages. So that is another beautiful idea of you, that it's integrated growth, not just only one corporate. That's And I'm really glad that that you're doing this thing, for basically sharing the.
But I didn't give the technology to other countries initially. I want to give it only to my country. Now we have given technology to other places also. Malaysia we given, Indonesia we given. We are having other interaction also.
Yeah, I think the problem is the same for everyone. Plastic waste problem is a global. Okay, it's when there, of course, you being an Indian, you wanted to serve India. At the same time, we are everywhere, and I'm talking to you from.
Now it is open. The technology is open to all. We are ready to help everybody, and we want to have. Let us not the problem of plastic. Let us say problem of human being, but so that we can use the plastic effectively.
Yeah, and it's important that people should understand the beauty of the plastics rather than just talking about you better ban it. This is this bad material. It's all about our mindset, okay, our behavior, our attitude. Yeah.
For example, people say marine. They talk more about marine pollution.
Yeah. Yes.
How this has happened?
Yeah.
So only we people throw it on the land and it's gone and then accumulated there.
Yes.
But now no fish is smoking. There is cigarette butts is the contamination there. Therefore, we do all the problem and then come and cry ho ho and hi, and then something say this is a problem. You first restrain yourself from doing all those things. So two-stage process there. First stop people not doing that, and then try to collect it. It's not by stopping the plastic you cannot do. I say you cannot ban plastic because it has become part and parcel of the life.
Yeah.
And you try to but threaten the people by talking about microplastic. See, I have my own.
This is what I want to ask you as. This is what one topic I also want. Nowadays, the people talk a lot about microplastics, and it's going to be long-term impact on the human health and things like that. I think a lot of money is being spent. People are spending on projects and studying about microplastics.
I have my own view about these things, microplastic. On one side, very simple first. Microplastic, how it is possible?
Yeah.
Only when the plastic is somewhat at least soluble to at least 0.00%, you are possible. You say plastic is non-decomposable, biodegradable after only 1,000 years, and how can it give you microplastic? For number one. Number two, if it is a proper regulation of this rubbing and rubbing like that, some amount of plastic make out. Your drinking water, you don't rub anything, you keep it and then finish it. So whatever you use, there is no question of microplastic. And more than anything else, see, what is bubble gum? What is bubble gum?
It's a polymer,
It's a polyethylene plastic only. Man putting it in the mouth and chewing it like anything. How much of microplastic going inside? Nobody bothers about. All the cricket players are playing, and then nobody worries about that. And your car, your tire, your transportation tire. Every day it pollutes the air with so much of rubber particles. Nobody bothers about that. This is an insignificant quantity, unnecessarily creating a problem for the plastic manufacturers. The plastic manufacturer doesn't understand this. They don't call. In fact, I request the plastic manufacturers to come forward to take this process, and they may project it. It is their life breadwinner. They must come out. This is the problem. This is not the problem. This we can solve the problem, and then only plastic industry will grow. That and so the plastic industry, there is some sort of disunity. I see only. You must see join together, bring out the positive aspect of the world. They must see. They must come out to say plastic can be used for road. We will raise the road. We will help the road, and wherever we are, we just do that. You solve the problem also. So the industry has got a very important role. They forget about it. They are not interested. To some extent, they are selfish also in the process. So microplastic is not a problem. Therefore, is there any reference because of the plastic somebody died?
Yeah.
Is there any reference throughout the world? I have taken plastic food or plastic died. No, nothing of that right. So unless it's creating some panic in the mind of the people, and that I don't think it's necessary. Yes, if there is a problem, you will try to solve the problem. Everything side effect is there. When you take a steroid, you got side effect. You don't bother about you take steroid. every visualized check is right. Nobody talks about it. So side effects is there, but don't make side effect the main effect and then create the problem among the others. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. Well said. It's I'm still again going to back to the same point of the educating the people. How to manage. Even any waste. Littering is not about just the plastics. It's about paper, whether it is all organic food. It's a waste. It's a cause of problems.
Culture. It has developed only very recently. My father, in my house, nothing was wasted. Everything they collected and find it out some use only. So, or I'll put it in the dump yard, and then it will be converted into manure and taken to the field. Nothing was wasted. Today, people, even they consider their father and mother as a waste and put them into old age home.
Yeah. There one thing I want to talk a little bit about the plastic roads and the misconception. In India, we have hot weather in summertime. Sometimes it goes to the 45, 47. I think this year, I think people are saying 50 something as well. The people say that road gets sticky because it was so hot. Okay, and so what do you say about this? Misconceptions about the plastic get melted and the road can be sticky, and even the certain tar roads also sometimes during summertime it could be really so
correct,
yeah.
Correct, Prem. It is a misconcept, misunderstanding the whole concept.
Right.
Normal bitumen road bleeds around 40 degree.
Yes.
Bleeds. So summer there is a bleeding. That bleeding affects the transportation to some extent. But the moment I add plastic as a binder, plastic and bitumen, the withstanding property of the road increases by 10 to 15 degree. Even at 55 degree, there won't be any bleeding.
Yep.
So plastic means sticky. No, for 1 kilo, I just give a ratio. 1 kilo stone, I add 5 grams of plastic, 45 grams of bitumen. 1000 grams of stone, 5 grams of plastic, 45 grams of bitumen. How can there be a stickiness? Nothing like that. It only helps the micronutrient like that helps. So there is no problem at all. So even at 60 degree, plastic road will not bleed. Therefore, it's a wonderful road for summer. Not only for that. In fact, my guru asked one question. Your road is very good. If you lay the road at Himalayas, what will happen? Because the temperature is low, cracking. My guru said you will have a cracking. We laid now we have developed a new technique for that also. Cold process I have developed, and we have used it at Kodaikanal, Ooty, and other things, and we are very successful. Because immediately after my guru's word, I was invited to America. I was there in Philadelphia University, and those people said during winter the whole road is covered with the snow. After that, summer the whole road is spoiled. Now, if you use my technology, it will not happen. The snow will not affect the road. No problem. Therefore, plastic road is solution for snow laid. Plastic road is solution for the summer. Plastic road is solution for the cold region also. We can have a solution for everything up to the plastic road. I'm not exaggerating. It is an experience. It is what I have done already.
It's a fact. It's a fact. That's you've been experiencing. Yeah, it's a fact.
Yes.
And the one thing about the plastics waste is a lot of people when talk about recycling, hey, there's mixed plastic. You don't get one type. There's a PE, PP, PET, ABS, foams and variety of things. Is that anything you need to be controlled in terms of what type of plastic?
Wonderful. For road, I need not segregate. I can use collect. See, I put it collect the waste, dry it in sun, cut it in shedder, put it in the road. Collect, dry, cut, put. Collect it from the source, and dry it in the hot sun, and cut it in a shedder like this, and put it in the road. You can use monolayer, you can use multi-layer, no problem, no segregation required. Even if the dust that may be present will be removed during the process, even a small amount of dust present, it is not going to affect the road process because after the road is nothing but the dust. So that is not the problem. So we can very well use these varieties. All films can be used. Only the PVC we are not using it, and I'm trying to find the PVC in the plastone as a filler.
Okay.
In the plastic, in the block, I use the bottle. Your bottle. It is shattered into small pieces. I use this as a filler there. So this also find a solution in this. No problem with respect to that.
And the black color is one of the things.
I say, so far, God has not showed me any problem. It's only technology is only environment friendly, and
Yes.
it is service to the world. No money, no.
Sometimes the people misunderstand. They didn't get the point clearly. They always look in a different point of view, and we need to be clear to them that hey, it's a very simple process. It's not really complicated, and you even to grind it or even to shred into smaller pieces. Also, you don't need high technology. It's a simple technology. And you rise the temperature certain 170 degrees centigrade, and then you mix with the plastics that get melted, and then you mix with the bitumen, and then so it's ready to go. It's a very quick process, it's not really a complicated process. Everybody could do it. And how much is
this is what I say now. This is what I say. A college teacher working as a teacher in the engineering college, getting a Padma Shri, it is so easy. And because he made a very simple technique, very, very small, anybody can understand easily. But only thing, it is appropriate technology, useful to society.
Yes.
Our government is able to appreciate the technique. Let the younger generation know. Then we need not go to artificial intelligence. We need not do high so Mars. We go to the village, try to help them to find. There are many, many things. I have developed a cooker. Normally, the cooker efficiency is only 50%. Your basic cooker which you use in your house, 50%. 50% gas is wasted. One kilo of gas, when it burns, it produces 3 kilos of carbon dioxide. Global warming. Indian gas gives. Now, if the efficiency is 50%, 50% gas wasted. I have modified the structure of the cooker, and I have increased efficiency to 90%. Thereby, cooking time reduced, gas consumption reduced, and pollution is reduced. Many things are to be done. I have developed a medicine for diabetes using a waste, sea waste. There are many things to be done for the common man, and younger generation should understand we can do. So, going to the need of the people and finding a solution is a great happiness.
Yeah, I think the real problems, real solutions, is a need of the hour, and particularly the younger generation look at the serving the, whatever research that what you're doing is the best example for them to get motivated. Look, what are real our problems, particularly the common person. It's not the giving a rich person, but more on the common person, the way how you can make their lives better. Yeah.
Now, another thing, recently I was invited for a lecture at Mysore. It was organized by the international organization, the NORM group. But other countries, people, all people came there. When I started the lecture, it is about 2 months back. I asked the people, how many of you are in favor of banning plastic? Almost all people rose their hand. Yes, we are banning. Then I finished my lecture. I asked the same question. Everybody said, no, we are not interested. We know the potential of plastic. So this awareness, why we are not able to create?
Yeah.
So the people who never comes forward to understand real aspects. Everybody talks something which is not real.
Yeah.
So you can openly say everything, it's been well established. And why not to take it and write for it? So that therefore, I have a Prem has got a very important role in this aspect, so that to what extent it is possible to make the world better.
Excellent. Yeah. I always say that particularly children education, when you're younger age, you need to instill the mindset of the hygieneness and the littering aspects of it. Keep your house clean, keep your school clean, okay, and keep your surroundings clean, and where to throw what, these things, and along with the children, The school should not only educating the children, but it's also to educate their own parents, because the parents' engagement is, is very, very important. You teach good things, but when you go back home, you do the same old, turn to old practices. So,
my grandson and granddaughter has come for vacation. They are staying with me for about 10 days. What my wife did was, she got a chemistry kit from Amazon and she has provided. And chemistry kit, I am a chemistry teacher. So the grandson who is doing his 4th standard, he did all the experiment and he could explain it beautifully well. I'm astonished. So they have the potential, they have the aptitude. It is the parent, it is the teacher's responsibility to take the message to the right place and try to help them, because today's students are very intelligent. I know fully well, students are very intelligent. One, we don't use their intelligence properly. They waste their time in WhatsApp, in something else also. If you give enough work, positive work, they will take it. It is not the problem of the student. It is the problem of we, the teachers and parents, must take care. So own your ownership. I always have certain statement like that. Own your ownership. Careless and cardless. We are careless. We are cardless about our own children, about our own country. If you could develop differently, definitely we can make very successful India. India, what is not available in India? India is everything available. So unless we have a pride about India and try to do that, it is a duty of everybody. We must do that.
Yes, well said, sir. Well said. It's a responsibility to everyone, and particularly the parents and teachers play a very, very important role in in making it changes there. So,
and that again, the education becomes more business now.
All right, it's nowadays symbolism, Yeah, you studied in that college,
on one side, we are thinking this way. Other side, the education becomes highly professional and try to make money out of that. They are opening the schools in the next week itself. Why? What is the need for the summer? They can see the psychology of the modern education system is totally different. See, I wouldn't say even campus interview. I say it is a course I used to a student. In my college, 90% of students are placed. 90% students are well placed in many companies. I used to say it is a curse because you are not able to expose your outer world. The moment comes out, you go to the company and then go and say, you don't understand what is the brain behind you, what is the problem you're going to go and search and find good job. You will have an experience. Otherwise, you don't enjoy that experience at all. Therefore, like that, the education system has to be changed. Education, and I used to say, I used to have a better idea in this respect. Education, give education for all, but identify who are all interested to know more. Identify people who are interested to develop newer techniques. Your exam system itself should be like that. You allow them to pass, everything can be passed. 50%. Anybody score 15 to 75, he is ready to understand. Anybody scores 75 to 100, he must be ready to do some research. That type of evaluation should be developed. And these are all God pray, only pray to the God only.
Yeah.
அவ்வளவுதானே?
Okay, I think we almost come to the discussion. We can continue. I can be this is one of the interesting sessions I ever had, discussing about real problems. And so one thing is what I'd like to ask you is, what else you plan to do more? Of course you have done a lot already, plastic roads, and you are also utilizing the plastics in the tiles, bricks. There are which other important thing that you are really great about is that you wanted to promote this technology among the ordinary people, smaller companies, so that the more there is a better growth rather than stick to one year. What else? What else you plan to do?
You are in summer now.
Yeah.
You are now in this AC room. There is a split AC there.
Yeah.
And this is the water is coming out. Are you following me?
Yeah.
Have you collected the water?
We we always see a small amount of water, right? So yeah.
No, I am collecting it. It is 15 liters per day. 15
Okay.
liters per day. And it is
Yeah.
a beautiful water. A little amount of purification, filtration, we can make the water useful and ready. But nobody uses the whole water going a waste. I have developed one small attachment to the outer outlet, link it and get the beautiful drinking water. 15 liters. Liter is 10 rupees. 15 liters means 150 rupees per day. You get money also. Simple technology. Like that,
Yeah.
there are many things you have to do. As I told you, your cookers and your the diabetes medicine, many things you have developed. Only thing is, I have a very poor manpower. The present day students are not interested in all these things. They are interested only in computer, artificial intelligence. They want to do everything. They want to take their food in by artificial intelligence. They want to take, see how is it possible? You don't want to take anything. You by just operating computer science, can you take a food? You must take a food like that. Motivation of the student to do this type of work is important. In fact, what I heard from one of the experts on the artificial intelligence that in another 10 years, computer people will not have a job, they say. The artificial intelligence, each instrument will swallow hundreds of job opportunities. Therefore, the students should go to the rural place, they go to the village, find the application of the computer knowledge to the improvement of the student, very important. For example, Madurai, as I told you, 100 years back, Madurai, how was? 100 is now, what are the changes? Because the environment, because how the change has been accommodated. People should not migrate. My Madurai people should live in Madurai. You like your village, I like my village. But going on migrating means you are deserting, you are developing defer. So this type of awareness can be created, and more people should come work for the people, work for work. The profession is different, passion is different. Profession has got a retirement, passion has got no retirement.
Fantastic, fantastic, sir. This is well said, and everybody should follow. And also, the government should play, more proactive role to providing opportunity. See, the problem what we all have is that you don't have a sufficient infrastructure and motivation, inspiration. People migrate. We always look at the beauty of the cities, concrete jungles. Oh, everybody living great cars. You see that. Sometimes I see in the Facebook, I got a new member in my family. So basically, new member means a car. Okay, not. You see that the people mentality has changed. The behavior has changed, and so if you want to serve the people, first of all, in a neighborhood, your own neighborhood, look at the problems that rightly you mentioned about a cooker, you rightly mentioned about your air condition, water reuse of water. And so these are the beautiful solutions on the real problems. So
that's why I used to say sacrifice and service is a way to upliftment. You sacrifice some of your ego and personal thing to serve. When you do serve others, you are improving, you are uplifted. So service and sacrifice is a way of life.
Yeah. Sir, I really thank you very much, for being part of this session, and it's inspirational and a lot of learning, a lot of eye-opening. I learned personally. I know you're a very famous person, but today, this session is for me mainly. I feel like I own this one conversation to my heart, and teaching about the Bhagavad Gita, and most importantly is the appropriate solutions for the real problems, affordable solutions for the real problems. That is a way forward, and you are the best example for for the people to look up to. Look around your own neighborhood or your industry. What are the real problems? What are appropriate solutions? You don't need to import technologies. You can create your own innovations. Innovation, the way you use the word innovation, Indian way of developing solutions.
If you can come to Madurai, you can see my laboratory. I started with the kitchenware. I didn't have any instrument. Today, DST has given a lot of money. I have all sophisticated instruments. But that kitchenware is sufficient to develop the whole technology, which has got me Padmashri.
There is always called, when there is a will, there is a way. You need to have a passion. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Namaskar. Hari Om.
Yeah. Hari Om, sir. Thank you very much.
Please come to Madurai. Please come to Madurai. We have a join.
Yes, I make a plan, and I'm definitely like to visit you. And
you see my laboratory. You can see my laboratory also.
Yes.
Also, please come.
Fantastic,
Please
sir.
come,
Yeah.
sir. I'm working actually. I'm working actually in the Ministry of Environmental, Forest and Climatic Change, and we have a NVIS group. And this our department is the Center for Waste Plastic Management, for which I'm the coordinator also. We do a lot of work to propagate messages regarding plastic, etc. Now, a lot of work is being done in that direction also. The government has recognized the center that way also.
Yes. Okay. I make sure that I visit you and I would learn more, your innovations. And I wanted to thank your attender, Gangadhar. That what you mentioned is Gangadhar.
Gangadhar.
I think that is that tippings are called tip point. That your direction also. At the time everybody.
Actually, I used to say, God came as Gangadhar.
Yeah.
Like that, God do come as Abdul Kalam. God do come as Lalita. It is God's wish. It takes every place.
It's a destiny, man. It's a
That's
destiny.
what I never miss Gangadhar name any of my lecture.
I see. Yes. I mean, I'm grateful to all these people. Through them, you find a way. You are destined to do this important journey. For the benefit of the India and for many other let's put the humankind. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Guys, that's the end of the session with Professor R. Vasudevan, and now you see what you learn out of this session, and if you're still not convinced, watch this session again. And plastics is a beautiful material. It's a problem with the littering, nothing to do with the plastics. Okay. I hope you make changes with the way of living and the practices at your factory, at your facility, at your home. Thank you all for joining this session today. Thank you very much.